Okay, we are going to go ahead real quick and pick our winner for the Saybrook tank. So I have put the link to the video here and filter for duplicate comments. And so let's get our YouTube comments. It is saying, I don't know if you can see that, 60 unique commenters. So we are now going to pick a winner. Let me get this out of here. Okay, there we go. Okay, love all the outfits. They are so flattering on you. Nice use of denim jacket. Okay, Marie didn't want to win the Saybrook, so let's pick another winner. It's somebody who obviously said they wanted to win, so let's go. All right. Okay, loving your fabric hauls, fall, sewing plans, the jacket is great, perfect layering, and oh yes, I would love to receive the Saybrook tank. All right, Holly, is it Wagoner? You have won the Saybrook pattern. And so let's get in touch. You can always email me at naturaldane@gmail.com. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a relatively quick update of my sewing space. I just did my haul video. I'm sure you just saw that. But I figured while I'm up here, may as well record and show you what I have done differently. Loving the space, as I said in the previous video. We need to do some organizing and different things of that nature, just to prepare when it's time for us to purchase a home. I pretty much know what I have and what we're going to take and what we need or not need, different things of that nature. So let me show you a little bit of the before of the room that I'm standing in now. Okay, so this is the before. I'm leaving it in the messy state it's in. All of this was cleaned up from the last video you saw. I will link that up above if you care to watch it. But stuff just keep growing and I just need a better storage solution. So all of this is pretty much my fabric stash. That's it. That's for bag making. That is scraps, some fat quarters, and my what is that, interfacing, stuff like that. Bags of which I'll be doing something special with. That'll be in a separate video. My patterns, my indie patterns down here and other places. Underneath this table, all that excess paper is from PDF plotting. I use that to, when I'm lengthening something, I just use that paper. And also is good for bag making, because not all bag patterns have all of the pieces. Some of them you have to cut, so it's nice to have that more sturdier paper for that. And then these are all patterns. It's like 4 or 5 of these buckets up underneath there, and this is all fabric scraps. And then over on this side, because remember I share this space with my husband who works out, on this stand I just have in that bucket stuff that's on the clock. Fabric and pattern is matched up, these areas, and this here is coming up next. So I will show you how I am going to use this and organize all of this. So yeah, as you can tell, stuff, it just started growing, and for me, everything needs a home. Everything needs to be organized. I need to be able to put things back in spaces and different things of that nature. So I was in the process of cleaning up the haul stuff, but let me just go ahead and jump in and do this video and show you now what it looks like. One of the, I'll actually talk about that as I am showing it to you. So let me flip this over. So here is the space now. Absolutely love it. I just did my haul, so I just dumped this right here for right now to get it out of my way. But this is our game room, and so part of the room is used for the husband exercise and all that different type of stuff. his workout gear. So as you can tell, all that has been cleaned up and situated. But let me just show you what's going on now. I purchased 4 of these, 2 for knit, 2 for woven. These are collapsible hampers, and so I think these are my wovens. And so I have plans. I have 2 of them. I have plans for these scraps, so it's filled with scraps like this, maybe a little bit bigger, but mainly pieces like that. I do plan to make a poof. I think that's by Closet Core. Is that a Closet Core? I think pattern. I do want to make a poof, and I have a vision for the fabric I want to use and everything. So that's what some of this is going to be used for. And then I have some other home decor things I'm going to use the knits for. But anyway, so what I have now over here, this is some lining fabric I use when I make handbags on rolls. That's over here. I just have 2 that's on rolls right now. But this shelf, I just put some miscellaneous things. Down there is more lining fabric for handbags. Here is just, I don't know, some random things that I had put in there. Also in there, same thing here as well. And then up here is a basket with some batting, different things like that. I have an extra small cutting mat back there as well. On this shelf, I used to have this thing sitting on my cutting table, but it took up space where I couldn't really have things out a lot. And so yeah, so now that's up there. This here holds my tracing paper that I'm using, the roll that I'm on, some miscellaneous things like my binder, bias binding stuff, calculators. This here has some weights in it. I got this little thing for $1 at the dollar store. I'll probably get something else because it's not all that sturdy for pattern weights, and that stuff is heavy. So those are my pattern weights. You all know that I purchased these from Thanks I Made Them. Yeah, she does a wonderful job. Follow her on Instagram. And then I have my sewn magazines up there, then some different marking utensils here, my swatch book. All of this is my handbag. That's real leather. But other than that, faux leather and vinyls and everything there. And then that box is some vintage patterns that I need to actually go through. So yeah, now I have this space where it's over here organized. It used to hold fabric, but no, not anymore. And then I also have my measuring tapes. Now here is my table. It is a mess because I just did my haul, but all this stuff has a home. It will be going to, actually I just talked about my acrylic templates from So Sweetness that I received. I am actually going to hook that, hang those here. So I have some 3M hooks I'm going to put here, and then the holes in the templates, they'll just hang here, which will be nice and out of the way and easily accessible. So now here is my cutting table. You all know I've had this cutting table for over a year now. Saved my bag. But I went ahead and got a waste basket that I can sit there. Underneath here are just, again, some more, these are more sizable scraps, maybe a yard. I can't say more than 2 yards, but that I just have under there that I use for muslin. It's big enough for muslin. This bucket, got this from Walmart for, I think, $4. This here just has tracing paper in it, used tracing paper, or that paper I get from, you get from PDF Plotting, your paper rolls. That's what all this is, excess stuff that I've cut around and just saved, because I use this stuff. Is so good for especially when you're making handbags. Not all handbag patterns come with all of the pieces. You might have to cut to measure, and so that's what I use that paper for. Or if I need to lengthen or lengthen something on the pattern, I'll use that as well. Now this bucket is a bucket that has I labeled it fabric and pattern. So this bucket all has fabric and pattern matches. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a big bucket, but that is what's in there. And then on this side, I keep, when I'm making handbag patterns, handbags, I take one of these and I put all my hardware in it for that particular project. So that's what this is, just a basket holding my empty containers to make handbags. The table is an IKEA table that I'm sure everybody knows about, and I have two mats on here to make one large enough where I can lay fabric on and do some cutting. So that's what this is when it's all straightened up. Here are my knit hampers, and so again, I like these because these are collapsible, so when this collapses down, I can put these away. They don't have to stay out. So yeah, that is my knit. That's my tripod. So this beauty here, this unit, I will link to it. There's different sizes of this. I love this. This was so easy. I was able to put this together by myself. So easy. It took me maybe an hour and a half to put this whole unit together, and so super easy. I will link to it in the description box. I got it from Amazon, so it is a Amazon link, but this was absolutely perfect for what I needed it for. So let me just show you. It went together really easily. So let me drop in a clip just to show you parts of how it was put together. Okay, I have one more row to add, but this pretty much is how it looks with the shelves, and the door comes with the little mallet and then the little connectors, and then you have some bracket holders that you connect like these parts in place randomly throughout the storage unit. So almost done. So yeah, really easy, very simple. And let me just back up so you can see it's going against this wall, so it's almost taking up the whole wall, but not quite. But I absolutely love it. Better than IKEA to me, instead of having to hammer things together and all of that. This was just, it was just so easy. So what I got on top, I just labeled them on the clock. So for me, that means these are things that need to be sewn up soon because they have some kind of deadline, either a self-imposed deadline or there's a collaboration and me and that person set up a deadline. And so yeah, that's what on the clock is. This one is coming up, so when all of my on the clock stuff is done, this is what's going to be coming up, which will probably be turned into on the clock items. And then I have actually two coming up baskets, and so yeah, those are two things that are baskets full of things that are coming up. So excited about that. And then this one is always on the bench, and so yeah, it is football season. If you all don't know, yeah, I might use football terms or whatever, or start talking football a lot. But anyway, these are patterns that, like my Rebecca Page Strappy Cami, my Cashmere Saybrook Tank, stuff like that is what's in here, because if I have enough of a certain kind of fabric left over, I will just go in here, see what pattern I can use to make something else quick and easy out of that fabric. And then I just have extra bags. These are extra bags, you know, you got those from Joann's across the years, and then some other storage. So what I won't go through each and every one of these. I'll tell you what it is. This first row, this first entire row, and you have to forgive my doors because some of my doors don't stay closed because the way I had put it in, but that was just user error when I was putting it together. These are my knits. So this whole top row are knits, and that's it. These are all my knit fabrics. And how I kind of sorted it out are, these are my printed knits, some, you know, knits with some kind of print on it. Then I have my solids. So these are my solid knits. I might have a couple solids. No, these are my stripes, like some kind of design knit. But then I have this one up here. Actually, that needs to go in the other one. Let me take that out. But these are like my striped type knits that are in here. And so actually I need to put this solid with that. And oh no, I had another solid. See? Oh, I know what it is. That is my lighter solids, and this was my darker solids. So that is going in here. So that is my darker solids. and so that's it for knit. So it's just these first, like, I don't have a huge fabric stash, at least I don't think so. But then these last two, this is all my bra stuff. This is not the final way I might keep this in here. I think I'm gonna put some kind of bags, put the findings in bags and just put them inside a container. On this side is the fabric for making bras. So any type of fabric, any type of well, I have some of my findings in here, my elastics, but this just lets me know this is where my bra stuff is. But I think what I'm gonna do, because I have, you know, the extra containers, I think I'm just gonna put them in plastic and label them and just put them inside here for now, is what I'm going to do. But yeah, this is all my bra making supplies. And then this here is the patterns, my patterns and more bra making supplies in here. So I have some of my patterns that I'm working on actually this month. And so yeah, then this second row is all my wovens, and I think my wovens go all the way to the end. Yes, because here are my darker colored woven here, and then we have some print woven. This is a miscellaneous woven. I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it. Then my denim. Right now this is the denim I have besides what I just hauled in my previous video. This is linen. So any linen that I get, it is going in here. And see what I'm talking about with my door? The one beneath it opened up because either way I put this particular door on. This is where all of my African prints will go. I only have two. This is enough to still make something out of. But I have this one. I had plans for this, but I think I'm going to switch it up. Not quite sure yet. And then the first one is just my more slinkier wovens. This can be used for lining or something, that can too. But yeah, so that is that. These next rows, this next row down here is all my business stuff. So if you all follow my business, the Fabric Boutique, that stuff is in here. So I'm not going to show that. Then over here, let me see, not that one. I think that's still my business stuff. Oh, that's empty. That's rare. I have an empty one. I think I have. Oh, and then this is where some of my bagged scraps are. So I have some bagged scraps that I've put in here. That's actually an unfinished project, which I'm not going to finish it. So I just need to go through that and repurpose that fabric, use it for lining. Then the last two rows, let me get this to focus. Okay, these last two rows are all my patterns. So right here, that's more fabric scraps and bags, and down here is just some miscellaneous stuff. But the rest of these rows are all my indie patterns. I'll show you how I store my commercial, but these are all my indies. So I start over here from A all the way down to Z, or whatever it goes to. Might be wardrobe by me, so it might just be W that ends. And then the bottom row are all my handbag patterns, handbag, wallets, all that. That's what's down here. So that is what's down on the bottom row. Let me just show you. So yeah, all of my handbag patterns are down here. I'm not going to go through all of those. So yeah, and then next to this unit is, well, this here is the shirt. I got the snaps out of the shirt, so I'll be working on that. But I have this unit, the same unit. It has the same stuff in it. So I have my interfacing, more interfacing, foam, different stuff like that. And then I have more like silky type fabrics in here for pockets or something like that, maybe lining. And these are some, I know these are a bunch of fat quarters and different things like that. Again, extra fabric scraps that's big enough to do something with. And then on top, finally have my you all saw my video where I talked about my cam snap, but finally got a container to hold all of my color snaps. I have an extra one. Thought I needed two, but I only needed one. Got that off of Amazon. I will also link that down below, but you can find that at Walmart or something like that. But then I still have this which holds my press plate tools and dies and things that go to this. So there are my dies. I think that's my cam. Yeah, and then these are the snaps, the utility snaps from cam. I think I divided those up, yeah, because I have silver and then I have the gunmetal, and then this here are the press plates for my Gold Star press tools, because I have two press tools. One is the Gold Star and then one is the cam. And so my cam does both my holes that I need, also the snaps, both plastic and the utility. And so I only use this one, the Gold Star, to do my rivets, and so it's really helpful to have two. So yeah, these are the snaps. This is the roller. When you're doing purse straps, you kind of flatten that out. Some ribbon, then clips also for bag making tools. And then this basket on a bench just holds all of my taller rulers. So I'm not going to hang these up because I like these being in this basket. So I have all my drafting rulers. This is for bag making. This is Bontex for bag making. Tag board that I've had for years. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But that is it in here. So yeah, like I said, I will link to this storage unit down in the description box. They do have smaller sizes, so you don't have to get this size. But okay, let me show you the next room. Okay, want to pop in real quick. A lot of you have been seeing or watching my the way I organize my patterns, my commercial patterns, and yes, I still do the exact same thing. Nothing has changed. And I have 3 binders. In my binders I have the patterns in there like this. I've had this system for years, and so no need for it to change. And that's what I do. I go through my binders every couple years if I find I haven't been pulling from them, and that's when I do those destashes. So thanks everybody who participated in the D-stash, because that's what I did. I just went through my binders, saw what I had and what I knew I probably wasn't going to go for. But anyway, I have a separate video that shows all of my commercial patterns. Obviously it's pared down now because I have done a couple D-stashes since that video. But anyway, and then the inside, like the instructions and the tissue paper, I put in these plastic clear bags, and you can get them these from, I think it's just, yes, clearbags.com. Yep. And so that's where I had bought a whole bunch of these like several years ago, and I still have a bunch of these left. And then the cardboard containers, if anybody remember the store Sears, S-E-A-R-S, they sold a pack of these boxes for like $5-6, and I bought a set. I think it came with like 6 in them, and so that's what I store these in, and I just label the box which patterns are in there. So let me show you the sewing room. So not much in the sewing room has changed. My 3 machines are still here. My brother 1034D serger, PS 2500, my pace setter, and then that's my embroidery / sewing machine, SE 400 by brother. And so this hasn't changed. I still have this here. I also sit up here in this room when I hold meetings for work, and so yeah, I might be sitting up in this room for that. Of course, my printer still, our printer's over there, but the thing that has changed is, if you remember, I wanted a shelving unit in here because things were just kind of piled up, not really organized. And so now that it is, there's my heat press. You all know I've showed that. But now I have, that's my other business related stuff, and all that's business related stuff. But, and I do have a cincher for other stuff I'm working on. But anyway, so here is my where my hardware is. These are the types of containers I wanted to hold my hardware in. I don't have a huge hardware stash, but this is where my zippers are. I got this container from Lowe's, our home store here, and so that is where I put my zippers, and I just labeled them where I got them from and what size they are. They're not by color, they're by size in these containers. I have a couple metal zippers as well, and then on the top here is, this here is a closure for a bag I'm going to be working on. But then on top here I have this little notepad because sometimes I don't have the hardware that I need for making a purse or wallet or something, and so it's nice that I just have my notepad here, so I can just jot it down if when I go through this I don't have what I need. And this here, because what I was planning to do, I have a label maker, but I ran out of labels for the maker, so I decided to use these little sticky labels. And some of them peel up. A couple of them had peeled up, but that's okay. So what I did, and I probably won't put the label on here because I'm thinking this works just fine. But as you can tell, let me see if that'll zoom in. Yeah, I just have what I have written on here. My rivets, rainbow hardware. I broke it up to the size I have and then the type. So these are 9x8 millimeter rivets, but this is gunmetal, this is nickel, this is rainbow, this is antique, and so on and so forth. So that's how I organize my hardware. I have 2 drawers that's miscellaneous. Like this is miscellaneous, so this just have some miscellaneous hardware in it that's kind of random that I had left over. But things like D-rings and square rings, 1.5 inch, if they're all the same size, I just put them in here. And so same thing with my grommets, they're all in here. Yeah, so that's how, I guess there's not much for me to say here. Purse feet are all together. Zipper ends are all together. So I guess it's not much. And then my tassel caps, stuff like that, is all together. So it's not much for me to say because I kept it real simple. So, you know, bag labels, large and small. I didn't break it out by company. I only have one in here, as you can see. So at least I can just quick go to my drawer, see what I have, what I need, jot it down on my little notepad, and then I will place my order for what I need. But yeah, that's how I have all of these. Even my zipper pulls, they're the same way. So this is a number 5 zipper pull. I do say what company I got them from, just so I know where I bought them, because some zipper pulls only work with certain types of zippers. And so, but anyway, so yeah, zipper pulls. And if they're only for metal, I need to know that. Some, because I have both metal zippers and then the regular zippers that look like metal but aren't. So yeah, as you can see, different zipper pulls. MHS is my handmade space. MMK is more me know. And Emmeline bags are the typical places that, oh, and Bringberry is another one. The typical places I will order from. If I order from a different place, if their hardware works like one of these, I'll just combine them in there. But for the most part, even when I pull this stuff out, I don't remember where after I put it on the bag. Sometimes I forget to mention in my videos where I bought the hardware from, but I try to remember. But anyway, that is it. That is it. And on this side is where my mood board is. So you all know I am sewing from my mood board and from my Eloquii Sew the Look. So working on this. Actually, this one is coming up, so stay tuned. And then I have some books here. Yeah, some different books. And that is basically it. There's not much more to say. So, uh-oh, you can't see me. All right, so yeah, that is basically it. Nothing else about the room has changed. I just got that shelving unit, and I've now organized all of my purse hardware, which is a lifesaver because I had it all kind of just random thrown in the box. Pretty much how my bra supply is looking, but I will create I don't want a shelving unit for the bra supplies. I think I'd rather just have that stuff in separate plastic bags inside of a holder that's put away. But yeah, that is it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I will link to the storage unit in the description box. But other than that, that's it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. But yeah, stay tuned for Wednesday. I can't remember off the top of my head what's coming up. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. Just stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.